Eye on Your Money, brought to you by Subway, Eat Fresh, and Chevrolet. See your West Texas Chevy dealer today.
Thank you, Greg. Mickey Cargile from Cargile Investments at Western National Bank joins us every Monday to share his 30 years of investment experience with us. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Christy.
Well, as we know, the Republican Party took control of the U.S. House of Representatives and gained seats in the Senate. Now, the Republican victory showed voters' dissatisfaction with politics in Washington. But we want to kind of break it down and see what this means for us, the voters. What were the key issues for voters?
The key issue that you'll hear most commentators speak of is the unemployment rate. Mm-hmm. You know, it was high, it stayed high, and with all the stimulus that was done, the unemployment rate is still 9.6%. Right. So, you know, that's the most obvious reason. But I think it probably went a little bit deeper. I think it's just kind of dissatisfaction with politics in general. Right. As we look at, you know, the health care reform bill, 2,400-page document that the legislators admitted they never read, they just passed. I think that's not really why we send people to Washington. We don't really send them there to disagree either. So we want them to come out with solutions that will help us. And so I think it's really just kind of a grassroots effort that stepped up and, you know, kind of threw out some of the incumbents. And
that's what we all want. We just want solutions. Well, it seems like the stock market kind of likes gridlock. It seems to be in favor of it. Right. What does this gridlock mean to us?
Well, gridlock is when the parties, when you have a split house or a split legislature and presidency, and they can't really agree on anything, so they don't do anything. And so we refer to that as gridlock.
Okay.
And, you know, the stock market has gone up because of that. Historically, gridlock is not necessarily a good thing, but I think now it's just kind of a time to set back and pause and let's digest some of this, the laws that have been passed and see how we're going to implement those.
All right. What actions would you suggest would help the economy?
Well, I think that what we'll see happen is, number one, that there's a very good probability that the Bush tax cuts will be extended at least 1, if not 2 years. So maybe at some point we'll know what the taxes will be for 2011,
right,
since it's 90 days away,
right,
or actually less than that.
That would be good to know.
Also, you know, I think we'll see a rollback on some of the health care reform and some of the financial reform so that maybe it's not quite so burdensome on businesses.
All right. Thank you so much for making it in more layman's terms for us, because sometimes when you watch all the politicalness going on, it can be overwhelming and be confusing. So,
well, it's my pleasure to be here, and thanks for having me today.
Sure, thank you. Coming up next, our News of the Strange segment should put a smile on your face. But first, let's check in with Brian Wilkerson for sports. Brian?